right, shalom, 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 family of the Most High, Yah. And guess what? We back. It is a black and white issue, part 3. Hallelujah. Well, glad to be back on here again another day. And, I'm blessed to be able to do what I'm doing. Don't want to be long today, just, want to share with y'all, the results of, some of the things that I shared with different brothers since we've started hitting this subject of what's happening to quote-unquote black lives and the uprisings and all of these other things. Because, see, I want you to understand this. It's not going to stop, at all. And, I want you to remember this. Remember this as we get ready to continue to press on in this idea of what's happening right now. Because, see, there's a lot of things that's taking place in this country. One, on the political scene, everything is turned upside down, And then when you start to look at the economical aspect, I saw something the other day where, they are absolutely 100% starting this process where the dollar and paper money is getting ready to be eliminated. So it takes me back to that book, New World Order, that I had long ago, early on in 1990s. And one of the things that was going to take place in there was race. So that should tell you right there. And if you're not racist, then you get it, you understand. But then there's the factor where Yah has awakened his children, according to the truth that he long set out to make known to us and to share with us in the capacity that these were part of the signs that was going to resonate with his children. Because, see, here's the thing, it's just like being lost in the woods and you set markers on the tree. You begin to paint little markers. And so those markers was set in place purposely to allow the ones who would be in the know to be able to have a honing device, to be able to return to the place or return to the person that they're searching for. And so did Yah. And with that being said, he said that I'm going to scatter you among them that hateth thee. And that's a strong word to use. So, it's like, when you think about that, as a part of chastisement, I'm going to scatter you among them that hate me. Well, that's big, because we know that the hate is real. We know that people are being hated. And then we take that a step further. I can say I know that my people are absolutely being hated. And, it's amazing. It really is. It's amazing. And, I want to take this time and point out a few things. There we go. So I was sharing that link. All right. Yeah, I had to share that link with you so you can put it on my Abishai page. I guess put it on your page and put it in the group. But anyway, I'm getting somewhere with this. This is why I'm talking about this. Because I've been thinking about this. I've been mulling this over, and so when it come down to when I look at a few different pieces of documentation that I've been recording off a line, and different people that I know that they groups that I know that they are part of, that I've had an opportunity to go in there and screenshot and capture people's thoughts and ideas. And yesterday I had a guy I know put on Facebook, he's like, man, St. Louis is absolutely getting ready to erupt. And then I went in and looked at the conversation, and it was related to protesters going out to the I guess I want to say the mayor's home, going out to the property out there, and they had some pretty crazy things going on. Some people was hurt and injured out there, from what I'm understanding. Shalom, saints. And so the backlash is that the black people are continuing in this mind that it's unfair. We are continually hated, and the greatest thing that people are trying to do is trying to prepare for a physical war, hand-to-hand war. I got a message this morning where they were giving out a warning to blacks that they are going to be under some attack during this 4th of July weekend because of all the Confederate statues being taken down, and the police being attacked because of all the brutality. And so when I see things like this, whether it be true or not, I don't care. I'm just saying the talk is going on. All right? And that lets me know that we are on target according to the word, because this wouldn't even be a thing if hate against blacks didn't exist. This wouldn't even be a thing. We wouldn't even have to have this conversation. Like I said in my previous videos, I told you that I've experienced great hate. But have I turned to hating races of people? I've not trusted, but I have not turned to hate. I wouldn't go to where we were yesterday out on the property Mennonite or Amish people. I wouldn't go out there, you know what I mean? But that's not my that's not my thing. But here's why we are on here. All right, we're on here simply because I was talking to some athletes that I've trained at the University of Kansas State. And we were talking the other day because now the whole team is protesting because the student president got on Twitter and made some extremely racist comments. All right, listen to me. And so then they said in turn that they're not going to go to any football meetings, they're not practicing, they're not going to do anything that's going to bring money to that racist university, okay, until they set guidelines in place for people like that who represent the university but get to make disparaging comments, and nothing is done about it. So much so that you have a basketball player now, Christina Carr. She made a comment in her assessment of the racist climate that's going on, and then they sent her a picture with her head in a noose. You see? And so again, here I am, because I'm gonna give you the assessment of this. All while we were having these back and forth talks here in the ministry about, you know, black and white, and, you know, these white and black issues, and whatever we were talking about, Pastor Corey was posting OIM links. I was purposely showing people what's written in the Bible about who Yah said would be an enemy of his people. Then I was showing them why I say I am one of his people. Why we can see that these people who were in slavery, the people who are lost and don't know who they are acting the way they're acting, but really what they need to know is that they are his people, and they have the choice to either return to him or not. Well, so far, I had a guy yesterday that, I see he's getting ready to, I guess, participate in some part of the post-draft program or something. I don't know. He's getting ready to play football, you know. But anyway, Marco played for me a while back. But he mentioned that he saw my video yesterday. And he definitely, you know, understand what's going on out here. He wants to learn more about the culture. You know, when I see things like that, I get fired up, because I know this is our time. This Yah is getting ready to send out you know, just a opportunity like never before for all people, whether you white or black or whatever. But he's going to send this opportunity to get in on righteousness. Excuse me. You know, to get in on righteousness before this thing shuts down, because the enemy is definitely rearing his head. And we're seeing all of these things that, you know, that are coming to pass become so much more evident, that we have to realize that all of these messages that have come forth recently about ministering to the white brothers, ministering to the black brothers concerning truth, about who the true people are, concerning who the true Gentiles are, who are the nations, who are those who was not Yah's people, and the opportunities that are laid open to people that was not Yah people, so that they can understand the truth about all this. Because see, all this fluff talk that we've done in the past, in years prior, you know, to make everybody feel good about who is Yah's people, who not, and, you know, just love one another. And, you know, we've done enough of that. But the time is now to stand on the true word, because this race issue ain't going nowhere. And the more and more we see things like that, the more and more I thank Yah that he has prepared me with a message to share, so that people can understand what's, you know, truly happening in this world, so that they don't be confused. You know, and that's if their ears and their eyes are open. Everybody's eyes are not going to be open. Some people are going to go down to the last minute, just like they did in the days of Noah, not believing, not hearing, you know, not wanting to accept what I'm saying, what I've said on the other videos, what, Pastor Dow said for so many years. People are not going to accept it. So therefore, they are going to have their lot. But for us, this is why it's so exciting. I had a guy that went to school with me and Brother Vest. Me and him dialogued a bunch yesterday, back and forth, because I sent him some things that was undeniable. And then, when I turned around after I sent him some OIM links and sent him some other things, then I turned around and showed him that congressional report on how the designation of Indians was changed to Negroes and coloreds, or free issue in that document. He was like, man, this is off the chain. See, people didn't, there's a lot of history that would go along with what Yah said, this marker that he gave, that I'm going to scatter you among them that hated thee. See that? All right, I don't know what happened, but anyway, they let me back in. But, and I was prepared to, shut the video down anyway. I don't want to be on here too long. But, I'm saying, that when I hear that verse, it just rings in my head when I lay down at night. When I constantly look at, when I sit with my arms folded on the outskirts, and I sit and I just look as a son of the Most High Yah, watching for all his signs, heeding to his word, trusting in all that he is doing in this earth to restore his people. Because when I read the glory that's coming for his people, that's what gets me excited. Because now I can sit and I can share that excitement with people that they're like, man, you really excited about this. Well, you damn right I'm excited, because see, I'm not looking at this the way you're looking at it. See, we've been so conditioned in this country to look at white people and Mexican people and black people and turn our nose up, and we've really been on the wrong side of the thought process. When if we would have had the understanding of the Most High Yah, then we would be able to do like he's gonna see. The Most High is looking at all of these things that is happening on his earth. He's looking at the hearts of men as they carry out the evils that so entangle their heart and the condition of their minds as they continue to live on the earth that he created. See, when you start to see how the Most High see it, then you can take a verse and see how he is looking at this thing. Look at the enemy. They are furthering the affliction. Look, they're sending. They don't even know these are my children that are scattered. See, and that's what you got to look at. They don't even know that these are my children that I have scattered. And I'm going to wake up a full number of them, just like I'm going to bring in a full number of the Gentiles. And when the full number of the Gentiles come in, then we're going to shut this thing off, and then we're going to deal with judging these nations who didn't realize my people was the hidden ones that was scattered among them. All right. And so, that's what this thing is about. That's what we're looking at. And so I'm looking at it from that standpoint. And so now I'm able to share it. And why am I coming on right now? Because this is what I want you to take away from this video. Y'all listen to me really well. I want you to take away from this video the thought that Pastor Corey wants you to share this message with joy. When if you get opportunity to share this, with people that's from your nation. If you get the chance to share this with people that are lost sheep, that was their forefathers were the ones that took the brunt of this thing on their backs and was beaten with a continual stroke, and they were captives. They was mistreated and enslaved for 400 years. See, all these things that's written in the book that you can use as markers. You're scattered among them that hate you, and it says it right here in the book. So if you get a chance to share things like that and you share it with joy, then Yah knows those who are his, they're going to hear. A lot of times we're missing these people. We're walking right past them because we do still have ounces of hate and ounces of resentment and regret in our hearts. And it's hard to relay that, because the sensitivity that's on us causes us to want to, press the message down a little bit. It's too much. We don't want, we just want to keep the peace. Well, as you see right now, ain't no damn peace. And I don't know how much more peace is coming back. Especially when you see somebody like Christina Carr, when you go over there and look at that basketball website, for K-State, you look at this girl's picture, I'm pretty sure she ain't gangbanging, but yet it's that same old mindset that how we raised up white America, these racist ones that have, been taught by great granddaddy and granddaddy and papa. We've been raised up, to when you meet somebody like me, I don't care about it. But then you automatically turn your nose up. You have a evil eye towards me, and you don't even know me. So when we have this type of thing going on, man, we don't know where this is going, but it's our job right now is to spread the good news of the gospel of the kingdom, that it's one that was sent to help save the lost sheep. It's one that's sent that's going to bring in the full number of them, of the Gentiles. And we got to get away from this thing while we can and start being on having a solidarity of mind, so that we're surviving and we're using our resources. Some of you all that have much because it was passed down to you, use those resources to help raise up the tabernacle of David when the lost sheep start to come into the fold, and return those who are coming in with great substance. Help build up this thing where Yah's people can be lifted up in such a way that she made it in where we can people, those who have submitted to giving their life over and being filled with the Ruach HaKodesh. This is our time right now. This is our time. And I'm not gonna miss this, for people being racist. I don't have to be connected to people that don't get this. I just, all I'm looking for right now, man, is to go 100%, man. I was telling the saints that this morning. I'm begging Yah for the strength to help me press through this thing, life or death. Help me press through as hard as I can. This vessel right here, you ordained me, you called me for a time such as this. Help me to press through with all that's in me. Remove every evil intent out of my heart. Circumcise me for this final chapter, so that I be fit for the kingdom. I be fit for the things that you're doing. and let me fear no man. Let me fear nothing. Let my mouth be prepared to tell the truth always in this time that we are headed into. You know, because, you know, the days ahead that lie before us, saints, is extremely wicked. And don't be blinded. Be prepared to tell the truth. Bless you all. I'm Pastor Corey with the Straightway Ministries here in Straightway, Kansas City. And I greatly value this opportunity to come on and minister a word of truth to your heart, that we further the work of Yah's kingdom. You all be blessed. Shalom, shalom.